Hello everyone, SirMonkeySuit, Zappy here, back again with Yowamushi Pedal 1 episode 10. And in the last episode, we finished off that initial sort of welcoming race for all of the new recruits. And Onoda actually did end up winning that race to the peak, as I thought he would do. And then Imaizumi went on to win the overall race. Of course, Onoda sort of backed out after he won that race to the peak, because he couldn't continue. He basically left it all out on that mountain, and he didn't have any juice left to spare to go on and race to the end, which I'm happy for, because I feel like it means that he's got some, it means that he's got some room to grow, and he's not all just fucking spectacular out the gate, which I was expecting just for a tiny second that they might have overdone it a bit, but it's all right. He's got room to grow, and he needs to practice. So yeah, we finished the race. Naruko obviously came away with nothing. Which is gutting, as he is my favourite character. So yeah, I wonder if this episode we're going to get to find out who are the two people that are going to be competing in the Inter-High. I feel like I said at the end of last episode, I feel like it's going to be either Onoda and Imaizumi, or it's going to be Imaizumi and Naruko. It's not going to be Naruko and Imaizumi. Sorry, Naruko and Onoda, sorry. It's not going to be those two. It's either, it's either the first of those two, or it's going to be... They're going to take 3. But like I said, I don't know the rules. I don't know if it's like they can only take 2, because that's how many participants are allowed in the Inter-High thing. So yeah. But we're not going to be able to know until we actually watch the episode. So without further ado, we're going to get into episode 10. So let's go. Okay, episode 10. Okay, right. So we got the results of the race. Actually, I want to go back and check, because I want to see where everyone placed and whatnot. Just because I don't know if it'll really tell me much, but I just want to see. Yeah. So it was 2 milliseconds. 2 milliseconds. That's all it was between Naruko and Imaizumi. Fucking hell, that's ridiculous. That's not much at all. That's like half a wheel, if that. So yeah, and then we had Sugimoto after that, and then Sakurai, and then Kawada. Yeah, so I figured as much. Kawada would end up fucking himself over, due to just him going all out from the very beginning. I just had a feel in my head, right, that's it, he'll come last. Now, I guess technically Onoda came last because he didn't finish out the race. But if he hadn't have gone all out in the race to the peak, he would have gotten 3rd. He just would have, So yeah, I expected that, and then he couldn't deal with it. He couldn't deal with the fact that he just couldn't hack it. He was like, nah, fuck this, I'm going back to tennis. I mean, I guess in some aspect, I guess it's probably better for him just to do that, because that's what he was good at anyway. So why would you change and do something else, something that you're probably not suited for? You don't have the sort of maybe more mental capacity to do it, because it's more of it's just a different kind of sport than tennis. You know what I mean? It's about sort of conserving your energy and using it effectively across a long, not just long distance, but also a long length of time as well. It takes a long time to get from the starting line to the finish line. And I think it's more like a sort of it incorporates a lot more of a mental game, that kind of long range type of stuff. So those kind of races and things. So yeah, I think probably another thing to point out as well, that they Naruko and Imaizumi finished a good minute in front of the rest of them. Sugimoto was pretty decent, to be fair. He got almost a minute ahead of Sakurai as well. So, but Sakurai didn't give up, so that's one thing. That's something. I can't remember what Sakurai was before this, because I feel like Mickey said that Sakurai did something before this, and I can't remember what she said. But oh well. So yeah, we got well, we got Sugimoto, right, being like, the pretentious over the top guy that he is, basically saying, oh, I'm going to be training for the Inter High. Then we didn't get the the two names then, unless they haven't picked yet. I guess I thought they were picking from these. So I wonder. I guess it could be a case of they just chose whoever came first and second. But the thing about that is, why would Sugimoto be like, I'm training for the Inter High then? Because he's clear. Like, I'm sorry, but like he's not good. He's not heading there. So yeah, I don't know then. But yeah, we got a little scene where Imaizumi went up to speak to Kinjo, and it was sort of Imaizumi's job to go talk to like the first years, most prominently Kawada, who decided to leave because he couldn't. I guess he couldn't. Kawada couldn't bring himself to say that to the captain or whatever. So yeah, he just did it to the, to a guy his own age. And yeah, we got the thing about the winner of the welcoming race becomes the sort of manager for the first team, which is interesting, or like for the first years, which is interesting. So it's not a case of the sort of the initial, like the whole captain of the group, just I guess manages them all. I guess it's on a in a sort of an age basis, whatever year they're in. Or whatever grade, I guess, if you're American. But then that sort of like who's the captain for the second years then, because there would have to be, right? We've only met two of them. I didn't write down their names because they're not very prominent at the minute. But yeah, so I guess I guess it's sort of like a state of as well as like. Because I guess in cycling, how different people have their different their sort of thing for races and stuff. So obviously Onoda has his like climbing thing. They each have their own thing that they're good at, and they sort of that's their specialty, right? So I'm guessing it's just a case of like if you designate a manager for the whole year, then you can kind of like. It's sort of more efficient that way, so that you can give like people like the right training to do, I guess, or whatever. As opposed to like having one captain where he's in charge of every one of them. It might, delegating like some sort of like that to other people allows for more efficiency, I guess. I'm struggling to get my words out in this one. So yeah, I don't know when they were practicing, right? When they were doing their training and whatnot, and Onoda met up with Naruko, and then Naruko was like, "Don't tell Imaizumi," went away. Literally in a second later, Imaizumi is there. It's like as if Imaizumi didn't just watch Naruko fucking sprint off. Like, you know what I mean? Like, he's not exactly short-sighted, is he? It's not surprising. He would have fucking saw, but it's anime, so we'll give it a pass. Makishima's hole. Yep. I wrote down that because that's his. So that's where he put down his sort of record times and stuff, and when to beat them and things. I thought it would have been something like, oh shit, it's a hole behind this, so there's something in there. But no, it's just a hole that was made because he didn't want anybody else looking at it. It was like a private affair. It's just like I don't know why he didn't just get himself like a notebook and jot it in there. But oh well. So yeah, we had the training where each of them got like an upperclassman and then raced against them. And they did say that they got a 3-minute head start, right? But I guess they didn't really show that. Or was it like a 3-minute like sort of wait in between setting people off? It might have been that. Because I feel like they were all together, but like all the way around. So yeah, we had Todokoro and Naruko. As I guessed, everyone got who they sort of fit with the most because of how, like, just depending on what their specialty is and sort of like who would be their sort of their mentor, right? Their upperclassman mentor. And it just works because that's Todokoro is a sprinter, so is Naruko. Kinjo and Imaizumi, I guess, just share that sort of all-rounder you know, in sort of managerial role. And then obviously Makishima and Onoda being the climbers. Yeah, we got some really good backstory and exposition on Makishima this episode, so that's really cool. He says, you know, we got to look at his long limbs. I'm pretty sure, I can't remember if they've said that before. I feel like I've heard that before with Makishima, so it's not the first time we've heard it, but he says that, you know, don't try to copy me. Generally, his technique is something only he can do because of his, like, sort of, you know, his figure, you know, and that's just his style, his way of doing it, you know. I love the fact how it was, the music was like rising up. It's like, oh yeah, here we go, you know, subverting expectation about like the idea that in these animes, like when the music starts pumping up, like you're getting ready for like, you know, the actual race to begin, and then it just immediately hard cuts and he's not even anywhere near him. That was great. I don't think I've ever watched an anime where that's happened. Like so abruptly anyway, so I really enjoyed that. It was great comedic timing. I love that. I love the fact as well how Onoda's so intently like so intent on learning Makishima's style as well, because he's so just he's just so like wanting to learn, like, you know, because he's so almost like earnest and innocent, right? He's just a really like, you know, good person at heart, you know what I mean? That he doesn't have a bad bone in his body, but he's so just wanting to learn like so much that he thinks like, oh, if it's going to get me to where I need to be quicker, you know what I mean? He actually respects and really likes Makishima's style, you know, and he finds it cool in a way, which Makishima's been like, no one's ever thought of my style as being cool before. So yeah. I love the quote as well, like, you're fastest at your own style, because yeah, that, I mean, no one could, like, you know, everyone has their own style, you know. So yeah, I love that quote. And then we'll get him talking about Todo. So he's king of the mountains. That's his, I guess that's his nickname, and he's at the Hakone Academy as well, and Makishima's friend as well. So I'm guessing that is a case of like they grew up with each other in a previous school. I'm gonna hazard a guess that's what it was. But we'll just have to wait and see on that one. So yeah, that's that. I wonder if what Todo actually thinks about Makishima's style. I wonder if he actually thinks it's cool or not, because they seem very pally with each other, you know what I mean? But I quite like that. I don't know if it's just a case of we haven't really gotten to know the other ones as much, but there seems to be like a real sort of like a bond between the climbers. It seems that way anyway, just from the outset looking in. So yeah, it's going to be interesting to see what comes next. I imagine it's you know, practice until then the high starts, really, right? So yeah, I don't know how many episodes that's going to be, but I look forward to it nonetheless. So yeah, that is all for this week. So thank you everyone for watching. In the description below I have links to certain things. Discord, get yourself over there, join me in the community. My website, SirMonkeySuit.com, all my content is over there, and Patreon. I do have a Patreon. If you don't want to support me, that'd be very much appreciated. There's a bunch of different tiers and rewards depending on how much you want to support me with. So there's the early access tier, $5 a month, gives you access to shows a week early, and you get 4 episodes of Hunter x Hunter every week. So if you're interested in that, get yourself over there, become an early access tier patron. Full length, that's the $10 a month, gives you access to my full length library. Everything I react to gets a full length. Exclusive tier, that gives you access to a bonus show I'm currently reacting to, which is 7 Deadly Sins. So if you're interested in that, become an exclusive tier patron. $50, that is the elite tier. So every time you pay $50, you'll get a choice of a show that you want me to react to, and I will react to it. It'll go at the back of the list by about 7 shows. Might take me a while to get round to, but I will do eventually. But if you don't want to wait that long and you want your show to be reacted to next, then you want to get God tier, which is $100. But that is all. So thank you, and unfortunately, I'll see you all next time. Bye bye.